What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of The Realistic Crimo. This is episode number 31, and as we're coming off the back of a pretty important episode, we thumped Burnley and then had two crucial games against Chelsea and Leicester, two sides that are around us in the table, both pushing for European football. I felt like we were wronged at Chelsea, Roman Pro getting a red card, which was never a red card, and then if you look at it, Sterling probably should have got a red card more so than Pro, and he didn't. We eventually lost that game 2-0. We did bounce back and beat Leicester away 3-1 to almost end their Champions League hopes. Maybe they're still pushing for Europa League or Europa Conference League, but we're still well within the hunt for some European football as we enter episode 31 and we round off the month of April. Liverpool, Leeds, and then Tottenham in the FA Cup semi-final. Sorry, we don't round off the month of April. Newcastle will be in the next episode. We're currently sat 6th in the league, 6 points off 4th with a game in hand. Go into Anfield playing Liverpool, who are currently top of the table. They're battling Man City for a championship. This is a huge game in so many circumstances. Liverpool bound for the title. We're battling for top 4. Salah versus Awoniyi, the league's top 2 goal scorers. Salah has a brace in all 3 meetings with us, and Liverpool have scored 4 in all 3 of those meetings. Needless to say, we have lost all 3 of those meetings against Jurgen Klopp's men. Liverpool have the best defensive record in the league, whilst we have the best attacking record in the league. So this is just bound to be a really good game. Well, fingers crossed anyway. I would happily take a point from this game knowing our record against Liverpool and the way they're going at the moment. One change to the side, Perraud comes in. He's back from suspension as he replaces Omar Richards, who played really well in at left back. First couple of highlights of the game. 4 minutes in, we would force Alisson into a save. Syankov with a great header. But Alisson saves before. Yep, Mr. Inevitable, there he is. Mo Salah gets his 27th league goal of the season. Jota heads down to him and he converts quite well to make it 1-0 to Liverpool just 8 minutes in. Alisson is forced into another good save by Vega before we would equalise. Taiwo Awoniyi makes it 1-0. Brereton Diaz with a squared ball, and Taiwo says, "Alright Mo, I see you. I'll raise you." The lead wouldn't last long though. Mo Salah once again. God, I am sick of this guy. That is 4 braces in a row against us, and that's 59 goals between the 2 of them this season. Well, make it 60 because Taiwo is equalised. Honestly, this game was just, I couldn't even keep up with it. It was just absolutely hectic. Goals going in. Salah gets a brace. Awoniyi gets a brace. If you had money on both of them scoring, you probably wouldn't have made much in return. Just before half-time, we would get a free kick. Joe Gomez, I mean, I don't want to get into the subjects of bookings on this game again because, that tackle was not great, but no booking apparently. Syankov standing over the free kick. What can the Ukrainian do with a couple minutes before half-time? Wow! Yes, I love it, Victor. I love it. Not quite sure about the celebration. Don't think I love that. But what a goal from Victor Syankov. We take the lead at Anfield. We make it 3-2 just before half-time. What a free kick. I found these free kicks and corners, the new system they have, is a lot more enjoyable. I really, really am finding more success on this one. And, well, it looked like we'd go into the lead. We would have the lead going into half-time, but Liverpool would equalise 3-3. That was 5 minutes into added time, by the way. I think there was only a couple minutes added on, but we spoke about it last episode at Leicester when we got that second goal 4 minutes into just 1 minute added on. It swings and roundabouts. The luck comes and goes and it all levels itself out. And, I guess it went against us then. Liverpool bagging a goal on the stroke half-time. Into the second half, there wouldn't be many chances. Leon Goretzka firing a free kick, trying to channel his inner Victor Syankov, that it would just hit the side net, and then Awoniyi put through left-hand side of the box. He opted to square it to Diaz, but the defender got there in the way. And apart from that, that was it for the highlights. You would have seen as well, Andy Robertson. I didn't actually notice this at the time of recording, but Andy Robertson got tackled Ben Brereton Diaz fairly, but the Chilean stayed on the floor. And, well, the result of that would be catastrophic. Brereton Diaz out for the season, 3 months. I couldn't believe this because when I saw this, I was like, I didn't even know he'd gotten tackled or gotten fouled or whatever. Right at the end, as the clock turned over into injury time, Brereton Diaz picked up an injury and he is done for the season. No Brereton Diaz, no Brennan Johnson for the run-in. Wow. Talk about rough times. He's been class as well, Brereton Diaz. I've really, really enjoyed him. He's had to sit on the bench for a lot of the time whilst Johnson's been playing, but Johnson had a couple of injuries this season. He has more than stepped up to the plate. He has been fantastic. But we're going to have to do the rest of the season without him. As we head into the second game of the episode, it's Leeds away. I talk about sick of seeing Mo Salah. I'm sick of seeing Leeds. This is the 4th time we've played them this season. This is the 6th time we've played them in this save. My words. Obviously twice last season in the league, and then twice. This is the second league game against them, and then we played them twice in the Carabao Cup semi-finals. Our record against them: 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss. That 1 loss was probably the biggest loss, though. It was the semi-final second leg at home as well. Leeds beat us to knock us out of the Carabao Cup. They advanced to the final. We pack our bags and go home. So a big game for us. Leeds sort of just lurking around in that mid-table group, not really doing much, not really have much to play for. 9 changes to the side that drew at Liverpool, the FA Cup semi-final against Tottenham in a few days' time in mind. Henderson and Awoniyi, the only players to keep their places. Well, maybe I was made to rue that mistake, keeping Awoniyi in the side. He would pick up an injury there. He went up for a header, went down, stayed down. I can't deal with another striker injury. We're missing 2 of our 3 key strikers. Awoniyi, if we lost Awoniyi, it would be catastrophic. Absolutely catastrophic. He does play on, but we sub him off anyway, just in case. We bring on Morgan Gibbs-White. Both goalkeepers forced into quite a few decent saves here as we close out the first half. It's still 0-0. But yeah, I made loads of changes. You might think that I was wrong to prioritise the cup over the league when the league, we're fighting for Champions League. But I think if we make the final, we'll play either Liverpool or Man City, who should both finish in the top 4. So we should get European football just by making the final, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, so that was my thinking. I wanted to almost guarantee that sort of European football through that way. Anyway, we would take the lead. Lingard with the weird lofted shot. The ball seemed to sit in the air for an age. It was stuck under him and then he just lofted it and it went over Meslier. Made it 1-0. Gibbs-White picked up an injury. The man who replaced Awoniyi gets injured himself. And I've just given up, 4 injuries to our strikers. What am I going to do? And then this, I had to go on the replay and slow it down because this really annoyed me. Leeds equalised through Aronson. He just runs through the entire our half into an empty box for Thuram to square it to him. Now, he just runs past Farmer, which annoys me. But the thing that annoys me is Richards doesn't cover from left-back position. He is still just stood in the left-back position, even though there's no attackers attacking there. So his job should be to cover that space. He's looking at Aronson making that run and just does nothing about it. Infuriates me because there's nothing I can do about that. That's just the game. But yeah, anyway, we move on. We almost restore the lead 2-1. Leeds clear the ball off the line. I mean, the guy missed it with the leg he was trying to clear it with, and then it came off his other leg. I mean, how's your luck? Thuram missed a sitter there, actually. For the AI to get through a chance like that, they usually convert. Rare that he put it wide, and how we made them pay. Just a few minutes later, we made a few subs. Zyankov, with pretty much his first couple of touches of the game, makes it 2 goals in 2 games as he whips a ball around Meslier and gives us a 2-1 lead, and that would be that full time. Little bit of redemption over the semi-final loss, not fully. Obviously, we would like to reach a cup final, but we beat Leeds away. We help our chances of reaching that top 4. Do you know what? Champions League football, it might happen. I was thinking maybe in season 3, maybe season 4, but Champions League football might happen at the end of season 2, guys. It's a realistic possibility as we look at the injuries here. Gibbs-White out for 4 weeks. He'll be done for most of the season. He might be able to come back for the last game or 2. Taiwo, thankfully, is only a 5-day injury, although I think he may miss the cup semi-final. I don't think he'll be back in time. I think the cup semi-final is in 5 days. Very annoying. We're up to 5th, 2 points off the top 4. It is so tight. That whole group, Tottenham are a little bit ahead, but then you've got Chelsea, us, Arsenal, West Ham United now lurking around, all pushing for those European spots. It is so tight as we enter the last clump of games of the season. But before then, we enter the last game of this episode, and it is the FA Cup semi-final against Tottenham Hotspur. Well, Awoniyi would not be fit for the game, and as we look at the stats here, Taiwo, Ben and Brennan all out. I just want to put this into context because you can see sort of the goals they have there, their stats. There are three top strikers, right? They have scored 78 goals between them this season, which is almost 75% of our goals as a team. 75% of our goals we're missing for an FA Cup semi-final, and two of those players we're missing for the rest of the season. It's just, yeah. And then Gibbs White, who is an alternate striker, is out as well. It's just everything's against us. And the thing that annoys me as well is we're playing at Wembley in this cup semi-final. Those boys deserve to be playing in this game. They've earned it. They've brought us here. So it's a shame. Anyway, it is our first visit to Wembley in the save. Hopefully many more to come. None more so than hopefully in a couple of weeks' time in the final. Who knows? We play Tottenham Hotspur in the semi-final. Two changes to the last recognisable side that played against Liverpool. Nelson and Zardes in for the injured Awoniyi and Barrington Johnson. Vega and Zardes up top. Nelson and Sayankov in behind. The rest of the midfield and the defence and goalkeeper is all the recognisable team. Our record isn't great against Tottenham. I'm pretty sure we've lost every game against them. So, we've lost every game bar one. We beat them in the most recent fixture, and that was at home. So, hopefully a nice omen. But yeah, with our star boys missing, I'm not confident. Going in early stages of the game, Vega with an acrobatic effort, a bicycle kick which is saved by Lloris. The resulting corner though, and the Frenchman has a stinker. Ball is headed more up than out, and Roman Perraud comes steaming in with the header. One Lloris should do better with, but we won't care. Perraud gets his first goal in a Forest shirt, and then 25 minutes in, Victor Sayankov, the guy's on fire. 3 goals in 3 games for him. He makes it 2-0, and Tottenham aren't happy. They bring on Harry Kane. I don't know why he was on the bench. Maybe he was injured. Maybe he just wasn't in form. They bring on Harry Kane. I love that the AI make a sub if they're not doing well in the first half. It's really cool. It's not common that it happens, but it's cool to see. The lead would be halved, Richarlison making it 2-1, and then the Brazilian would make it 2-2. And just like that, we're level just before half time. His attempted square ball actually got blocked, so then he just snapped the shot, and Henderson did get a hand to it, but it wasn't enough. And just like that, our 2-goal lead is gone. Zardes filling in for the injured boys up top, bless him. He tried his hardest, he hit the post, and then just on the stroke of half-time, his shot was blocked by Lloris. Then Vega got the ball, fizzes it across the face of the goal. Zardes just misses it, and Lopez puts it into the side net. An absolute crazy end to the half there. Richarlison would hit the post in the second half. Tottenham started the second half on top, and he would get his hat-trick and complete the turnaround, 2-0 down to 3-2 up. Bentancur with a nice squared ball to Richarlison, who bags the hattie. Zardes with another missed chance. Oh god, this guy is infuriating. We would find that leveler though. 25 minutes to go. Alexis Vega, this guy, absolutely love him. My 2 cams. I've tried 4-2-2 on other FIFAs. I didn't like it, but I think it's because I tried playing cams in those positions. Vega and Sayankov are wingers, and they seem to thrive in those positions. So very, very much enjoying this formation with those boys in there. We would make it 3-3. Zardes, yep, another chance, and yep, you guessed it, he puts it wide. Honestly, if we had any of those boys, the injured boys, in the starting lineup, I think they would have scored 2 or 3 of those chances. Sayankov hits the post with 15 minutes to go, and then Lingard misses another golden chance. Honestly, how many chances are we going to miss? Are we going to make to rue them as the Brazilian Richarlison gets subbed off, hat-trick hero? He gets subbed off for Tanguy Ndombele, who, as you may remember, is joining us on a free in the summer. So, bit conflicting for the Frenchman. He could help his current club knock his future club out of potential European football. So, not quite sure where his focus lies. But anyway, Basuma would force Henderson into a good save right at the death at the end of the game. We would head into extra time. Another 30 minutes, and well, Lloris had a stinker with the first goal. He's had a stinker with this one. Alexis Vega completes our mini turnaround, 3-2 down, 4-3 up. He bags the latest 2 goals of the game. The shot is weak. It's along the floor. It's straight at Lloris, and he's got no one blocking his view. And it goes in. It's so bad from the Frenchman, but I'm not complaining. I take it, and then as you'll see, we go into the settings, and the instructions. We basically just put everyone behind the ball. 5 defenders behind the ball, 2 defensive mids, and then just let the front 3 sort of do their thing. Everyone behind the ball. Let's seal this victory once and for all. Well, Lingard would get a chance to kill the game, but his shot is well saved by Lloris, half making up for that blunder. Basuma with another chance. He's popped off a couple of nice shots from distance. I don't mind Basuma. I think he's a decent little player. He's denied by Henderson though, and then Lloris is forced to make another save as we enter the second half of extra time. Not much happened in the second half. Obviously, the players were absolutely knackered. We managed to clear the ball away, and the ref blows full time. Nottingham Forest, you are FA Cup finalists. Yes, I love it. I love the sound of it. No Awonyi, no Brereton Diaz, no Johnson. No problem. We'll still score 4. Tottenham looked so open. Every time we attacked, I felt like we could score, create a very good chance at the very least. And when you got a player like Lloris having a stinker like he is, your chances are high. And even though Richarlison bagged the hat-trick and brought his side back into it, we would seal the victory in extra time. Alexis Vega bagging 2 goals. And we would set up an FA Cup final against Manchester City. They beat Liverpool 2-1 in the other semi-final, and we would play Pep Guardiola's side in the FA Cup final before the end of the season, which I don't like. The FA Cup final should be the last game of the season. We do actually play City in the league as well. But I think this is going to be a good game. We've had good games against City. We've had tight games. For a side who are so dominant and so free scoring, we've actually had really good games against them. So I'm looking forward to this. Don't rule us out just yet. We might just lift silverware in our second season with Forest. Crazy to think. But anyway, that will be the end of today's episode 31. If you did enjoy it, please drop it a like, share it around with your friends. I can't wait to bring you episode 32 and 33. I think we've got 2 more episodes left of the season. They'll be coming out very soon, but until then, I'll catch you later. Peace.